Welcome everybody, Sci-Fighter here. We're back with some Prince of Persia. Whew. Alright, shake off the cobwebs from the weekend. Ready to go. Let's just get my trusty dusty passcodes that we've earned so far. Alright, hope everybody had a great weekend. We're gonna get back into it. We just started a new level, I think? Is that right? Is that where we left off? I believe so. W37. Let's see. Alright. Let's get done. Level 14, 51 minutes left. Hopefully that's enough. I don't think we've done any of this yet. We might have. We might have done something. I feel like I might have seen this guy before. See ya. Alright, yeah. So we hit this switch, and I think to the right there was nothing. Yeah, okay. So we did a little bit of this. Okay. A little bit of it's coming back to me. Nope. Oh, yeah, that... Alright, that part did not come back to me. So we gotta step through and then leap. Okay. Thought I could get one extra step in to help my jump. Shouldn't have needed it, but... There we go. Okay. Some spikies here. Got it. Let's see. First thought would be to continue on in here. Yep, okay. Got a lot of health. And that doesn't stop us from dying. Never has. So if you were watching last time, my son came in because I stream on Thursdays. I stream while he's taking a nap. It's my day off, so he doesn't go to daycare or anything. And he was like, "Oh man, that looks cool. Go get him! Yeah." So I let him play. I loaded up level 1. Oop. Thought I timed that a little bit better. So I loaded up level 1, let him kind of monkey around with it a little bit, right? Of course, he just wants to sword fight the guy, right? But he's having fun going down, up and down the first couple screens. But you know, I mean, he's 4, he can't put it all together. As far as, you know, trying to figure out where to go or anything, he's not that patient. So I go and get him the sword and stuff, and he starts fighting the guy. Actually gets a few kills. So I let him fight that guy a couple times, and then a guy in level 2. Oop, shoot. Forgot, can't step that far. There we are. So yeah, all that to say, he played a little bit of Prince of Persia, liked it. So, one more step down the retro path. I mean, it doesn't have to be his favorite game or anything, but if they could at least have an appreciation, I think that's good for him. It's good for the kiddos these days. Alright, hit this. What's up, dude? Excuse me. Pardon me. Back up a little more. A little more. There you go. Okay. This falls down. That's right. It's all good because we got more potion. Let's see, in other news, I emailed, I don't know if anybody's familiar, but 8-Bit Universe is an artist on YouTube, and they do like 8. Well, their tracks are on YouTube. I guess they're not really a YouTube artist, but I don't know what you would qualify them as. But they do sweet 8-bit remixes of like popular songs or movie tracks, things like that. All pretty sweet stuff. I've been listening to it for a long time. I really like it. So the other day I noticed on their site it said, "Hey, if you want to use this stuff, just let us know, and we'll see what we can do." And so let them know about the stream and stuff, and the channel on YouTube and whatever. Asked permission. They said I could use their material so long as I purchased it, which is totally fine. I have no problem supporting people, especially if I'm going to be like trying to benefit from their content, right? So during our normal like breaks and stuff, we're going to be listening to some of that now and then. Laid back. What's going down, man? I know, it has been some time. I took a little bit of the summer off. Just hung out with the fam and everything. Well, I mean, mostly worked a lot of overtime, but did a lot of family hanging out with. Oh, that's right, I remember. Now I'm looking at these bad potions and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't think I want to drink any of these big ones. But we are back. All the weird scheduling nonsense is done with. I have no idea where I'm going because last time we were here, we drank that big potion thing and it flipped the screen upside down. And I don't think there's any benefit to it, so we're not going to do that unless it becomes necessary for some reason. That's the plan. It's so far working out. They are staying where they're supposed to be. Let's see. Okay. So there's a panel there I gotta hit. But yeah, wife took some time off work for the summer to do a lot of like doctor appointments, things with the oldest. Get a lot of that stuff kind of squared away. And so, because everybody's home all the time, it was like, okay, well, it's gonna be loud, it's gonna be obnoxious, I'm not gonna bother with the stream for a little bit. So I took the summer, not necessarily off, but, geez, how do I... There we go. But definitely reduced schedule. Not really a schedule at all, it was more sporadic than anything else. Okay. So, I want to go through there, I imagine. So I need to be faster. Yeah, I mean, usually I'll see you guys on now and then. Either you or your brother, and I feel like, at least when I do turn on Twitch, I haven't seen you as much. So I don't know if he's kind of reduced a bit on his schedule, but... I do take a look for you every time I get on to watch something. Alright, go, get up. Yeah, understand. Fridays mostly. Understandable, definitely. Oh, there we go. Made it. Well, how do I get in that one? What switch does this one? Oh wait, that's that one down there. So, wait. How do I hit that one? Get all the way around. Do this whole thing I just did to hit this switch. No. You know me, blind run and everything that I do. It just, I don't know. It's more fun for me that way anyway. I mean, I've got, you know, now and then I'll do like a nostalgia run. I bought like all the Tomb Raiders, all the old Tomb Raider games, but for some reason, I don't know if you guys have tried doing any games like that you get off Steam that run through DOSBox, but I have had such a hard time trying to get those to work. No problem, no problem. I bought a bunch of games though. There's got to be some way for me to tell on Steam if it runs off DOSBox, but I haven't figured it out yet. So if anybody knows, that would be very helpful. Oh, shoot. Forgot about that one. If anybody knows a workaround, because the problem is, it opens up a window that when I try to minimize it and get it going on OBS, OBS does not like it. Oof, made it. Nice. Okay. Let's try going down? I don't know. I have a bit of a... Ooh, maybe I gotta hit this panel, which then hits that. Okay. Oof. I was like, oh, I should probably stop for that. I stopped right in the middle. I probably just could have kept going. Dang it. Alright. Moving right along. Left. Get him. Don't have time for this. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Getting a little more daring with those spikes, and I don't know if I should be. Yeah. Alright, so we want to hit that thing. Oh wait, come here. It's much faster to chomp you to that. Got him. There we go. Oop. Sword. A SWAT. There we go. Oof. Yeah. Didn't get quite far enough. You know, I bet if I like jumped over some of those panels that fall right here, I could use them to speed my way through a little bit better. So I don't know if you guys have tried anything like purchases on Steam that you then try to stream, but I've had an issue with like doing DOSBox games. So like I bought all the old Tomb Raiders, which I've played before, so they'll be nostalgic runs rather than blind runs, right? Not that I remember how to do all the puzzles or anything, but for some reason when I do DOSBox games, I've had a heck of a time. Okay. I wouldn't recommend it until you find a way to work around everything. Unless you guys have like 2 computers that you can then just stream the footage off of one. Seems like the best way to do it anyway, but it's more expensive, of course, because you have to have a second computer. But what it does is, like, it opens a window that is usually full screen for the most part, and when you try to go back to OBS to try to add it to your scene, it shrinks it down. You can't find it on OBS, you can't get it all set up, and then you can't really display it. I had the problem with when I did Star Wars Dark Forces 1. Ouch. And somehow I worked around it, but I forget if I just like streamed it on the PlayStation emulator or if I ended up actually using the version that I got off Steam. Yeah. I'm sure there's a workaround. I've tried to Google it and I haven't been able to find anything. Yeah, the problem is I don't know if I can do it until I buy it, right? So like I've got like Star Wars Rogue Squadron, I've got all the Tomb Raiders I just bought, and Steam doesn't really tell me, hey, this runs off DOSBox. And so I buy it, and then I'm usually screwed if that ends up being the case. I feel like I went through that really slow. Go. Get up. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I've spent a decent amount of money on Steam now, at least for me, trying to get games for the stream, and it doesn't work out. So they're just sitting there in my library until I can figure out how to run them. So I don't know if you've come across anybody in your travels. Okay, I gotta go faster. Didn't make it. But if like you have other streamers that tune into you guys and they know what to do with it, that'd be sweet to find that out. Oh yeah, you can spend way too much money on Steam easily. Alright, sweet. Yeah, I've Googled the crap out of it. I I only really dedicate so much time to Googling it, but whew, still. Hey, alright, that's the level. Nice. Okay. Well, in that case we need to die, so we can restart our timer and try again. Now that we know pretty much what to do. Have you played this one, Laid Back? It's pretty sweet. I'm really enjoying it. We need restart so our timer goes back to, where were we at? 51 minutes, something like that. What are you guys playing right now? By the way, last time I tuned in, shoot, I forget what it was. I think it started with an A. It was a while ago. Okay. Yeah, there's a Macintosh version, a Genesis version, and then the Super Nintendo version. This is Super Nintendo. Alright. Yeah, so you know about the timer and everything, and having to just go through as fast as you can. I don't know how I'm doing so far. I'm at level 14, I got 51 minutes left. I'm not positive how many levels there are due to the blind run. Yeah, Lundra, that's what it was. Yeah! Breath of Fire. Oh no, I have seen a little bit of Breath of Fire, and I want to say a little bit of Final Fantasy. Never finished it. Oh, it's tough, but what I like about it is because I can continue, like you just saw, right? I can figure out how to be... Oh wait, I'm going for time. I can't stop and talk. I like stop the character movement and everything. That you can figure out how to do the level, mess up a bunch, and then once you figure it out, you can put in your continue, and it's kind of like a save game state right? Where it just is like, okay, well, now you're back to where you're at. So, that's pretty cool. So it's hard, but actually, I think our longest level has been like 6 minutes. So, it's actually not too bad, once you figure out the level. I think you guys would have fun running it. Are you guys still primarily running games separately, or do you do any more co-op? I know that's how you started, and I always enjoyed watching you guys play together. It's hard to work schedules out, though. Because, like, me and my brother, what we did, he started streaming, so we did a little bit of Star Wars The Old Republic. And, we've so far played once. And that was like at least a month ago. I think I want to go down. Shoot. Yes. Yep. Gotta hit this sucker. I shouldn't have fallen all the way down. We'll see what our time is at the end. And see if I think I can do better. Go. Oh shoot, I gotta do this whole part again. I should probably just restart. Okay. That's adding like a minute to my time, which is probably totally fine. If there's only like this is level 14. I'm thinking it's multiples of 5, so if it's not 15, it's probably 20. And if we're averaging like 4-minute levels, it's like 24 minutes. And I got 51 to go, so I don't see any of the levels getting dramatically longer. This is SNES, yeah. You can kind of tell from what I've looked at when I was trying to figure out which I wanted to play, because between this one or the Genesis. I just like the coloring of this one better. Oh shoot, no, there's a potion down here. From what I was able to tell is the 3 versions have some different levels, and they look a little bit differently. Like the prints and everything looks a little bit different. And but I like this, how everything looks on this one a little bit better than the others. Macintosh was really plain coloring, but it was, again, the first one, and like it looks a lot more as it was like recorded and modeled after. So the guy that made it, he had like his brother dress up in like a white sweatsuit kind of a looking thing and do like all the jumps and movements. So all this stuff is actually I want to say rotoscoped, because it's not motion captured, but it's, you know, it was made a long time ago, but I think it's like rotoscoped over him, so it's all an actual person doing all the movements and everything. Ah shoot, I don't think I like that as much. Probably should have done it the other way. It's alright. If it works out, we'll see. Yeah, it's cool. So you'll notice, like, when I start running, right, he actually accelerates and has to get up to speed. When I jump, he actually has to have footing, which is different than, like, say, Mario, right, where you just push the jump button and he jumps. I kind of messed this up. Yep. Whoops. So, like, when you die, you can just continue right here, and it just keeps running your time. So you can keep looking at how to beat the level and everything. And then when you figure it out, you can just go back to the menu, put in your code again, which it automatically enters for you. It's great. And then continue on. Yeah, so it's cool. It does take a little bit to get used to, like, the physics a little bit, because it's just different than other games of this time. Got him. Piece of cake. The sword fighting is really fun. I don't know. If you're ever just trying to figure out what game should I play, this one's been pretty good. And you guys having generally more time, each stream than I do, you'll probably finish a lot faster. Because there's been times where like it might be I might be working a lot of overtime and it's like a week between plays, and I've got to like get used to the controls and everything again, or like resolve a dungeon or level, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, you got the little parry and the attack button. It's fun. It looks really easy, but man, we put in some work into fighting. There's some bosses that are really good at it. And now I'm starting to use the terrain to fight them because they're high health now, and so it's just faster to get them chomped or push them off an edge. Ooh. Oh. Got my sword out just in time. Whoop. Yep. Bore down into those spikes. It's great. Everything that can kill you can kill them, I believe. So far. Oh, ooh. That was close. I didn't think I was gonna go over that platform, but it worked out, I guess. Oh wait, I see what I can do. Shoot. Shoot. I saw that up there's a thing I could just jump onto. Alright, let's just... I'm gonna keep going. I know this is gonna add a minute to my time, but I feel like we're doing okay. Shoot. Shouldn't have done that. That's the hard part with blind running it, though, is that I don't know how much time I actually need. So, like, my fear is that I'm gonna get to the last level, and it's gonna be like a 5, 6, maybe even longer because it's the last level. Maybe like, who knows? Maybe it's 7 or 8 minutes, and I'm gonna have like 5. That's my legitimate fear for when I get through this game. Ah, shoot! Nope. Nope. Missed it, gotta go back. That's gonna cause me way too much time. I was willing to forgive myself a little bit. Give myself a little leeway. So yeah, no, that's too bad. Alright. Yeah, I went through Breath of Fire 1, and man, it just had a weird storyline. It was hard to keep track of everything that was happening. Like, I definitely plan on going through the rest of them. Got him. But, like, man, I got lost trying to figure out where to go. It did not really hold your hand at all. You know, a lot of other RPGs, they're like, oh, well, we need to go to this town to find this guy. But I remember Breath of Fire was like, alright, you completed this part. Great job. And that was it. You had to go find it on your own. Is that how it is in Breath of Fire 2, or did they give you a little more direction? Ah. Jeez, this guy. See? The sword fighting it can be difficult. Sometimes you get really unlucky. Got him. Whew. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and the story was like hard to follow, everything. It just went in some kind of bizarre directions, I remember. Alright, we'll see how this goes. We're pretty low on health. Forget if we have to fight anybody else. Other than this guy. Remember this guy. My 4-year-old came in the other day towards the end of the stream. Because on Thursdays he's napping when I stream, and so he was really excited about it, so I let him play it. He had a lot of fun. Ah, goodness. Shoot. Alright, well, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll come back in just a minute, and we will we'll try it again. Hang with us, and we'll catch you in just a moment. Shoot. Covered up my OBS screen. Here we go. Alright guys, we'll be right back.